What's up, everyone? So, as you guys can see, we had a pretty nice win today, but before I actually start talking about the video, I just want to point out that the reason why I stopped posting for a while was because I had a lot of stuff going on with school, and I just didn't have enough time to research stocks and make videos. And the very few trades that I did make, I just didn't bother to make videos on them because they were so separate, and yeah. However, now that I'm out of school, I will be having a lot more time to actually make more trading videos, so hopefully it goes well and we can continue this challenge and series that I have going on. So the two trades that I made that got me over $500 were on Netflix. They are both call options, and I'll show you guys the trade confirmations right now. So here they are. They were one trade on June 13, and I actually ended up selling in a few minutes after I bought it, which was a nice flip for $25. But the next one was actually a swing trade, which I bought on Friday and I sold today on Monday for a nice profit of just under $100. However, I ended up selling a little bit early because I'll show you guys what the price of the option is. Hold up, let me go on trade. And you guys can see that if I would have held on a little bit longer, I would have made a lot more money because it's currently sitting at 568 and I sold at 360, but it's always better to take profits. So now I'm going to show you guys kind of like the technical analysis on why I expected Netflix to make this move. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my TD Ameritrade account. So here we have the chart of Netflix, and if you guys remember, I said that I bought on June 14th, so the Friday, and what led me to believe that there was going to be a really big bounce was that basically the whole week Netflix was just selling off a lot for no apparent reason. There wasn't any actual news for it to cause this huge downtrending movement, which is about 7% if I remember correctly. So on if you guys can see that basically every time that Netflix reached the lower band of the VWAP, it kind of just bounced and tried to test the VWAP again. So here on Friday, it was testing lower lows, and the RSI right here kept on dropping. It dropped all the way to under 30, which meant that it was extremely oversold. And once again, it was reaching kind of this lower VWAP band area, and that's when where it kind of started to grow a little bit support. You see the candles kind of consolidate, and that's where I ended up entering my move. I entered the trade around 338, so it was a little bit early. We could have gotten in at a better price if we would have waited until the 336, which was the lows. But you know, you can't. It's pretty hard to call a bottom, but we were actually pretty close on that. So I ended up holding through the weekend because it ended up consolidating over the VWAP, and the price of Netflix actually crossed the EMA, which pointed towards a nice uptrend continuum. And you guys can see the black line is kind of like where I expected the price to go, because that was the previous kind of like support from the previous day. And so on Monday morning, what ended up happening is that it actually spiked up a lot, and I ended up selling from around the area which I intended to sell because that was my game plan. I ended up selling around 345 for about a $100 win. However, if I would have held on a little bit longer, you guys see that um, the price of Netflix actually crossed through that resistance and formed some new highs, and it reached all the way up to almost the high 351s. So if we would have held on, like I said, we would have been able to make a lot more money, roughly around $350. But it's always good to close profits and kind of have that game plan, and that's kind of what happened here. You know, I had this line drawn at the 345 area because that's where I thought the price was going to go, and that's where I sold, because I really wasn't trying to gamble anymore and kind of just see if it would go higher, because that's just risking more than you need to. So like I said, you always have to have a game plan. But that's pretty much it for this trade. Like I said, the RSI ended up getting a little bit on the oversold side here. Um, yeah, like I said, it ended up getting a little bit oversold once it reached the 351 area. So it might look, it's looking like it's going to start downtrending a little bit, probably test the support area of 345 again, and then we'll see where we'll go from there. But that's pretty much for this trade on, and I'll see you guys in the next video.